Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Charles Atkinson, a Great Bend, Kansas producer, is joining us. He is also one of the directors on the American Soybean Association. And Charles, we've wrapped up the 2016 Commodity Classic and record numbers, and always a great time to hear what's going on and talk to your fellow soybean producers.
It is a really good time. We have had record numbers. Over 9,500 people's been here, so we're excited about that. That kind of crushed our record we had last year, but also by bringing in the agricultural equipment manufacturers really helped out to make the trade show bigger, and we're just excited about having the opportunity to visit with all these agriculture producers, whether they be in soybeans, corn, sorghum, wheat. We all have issues that we want to discuss, but we all have issues that tie together, and we need to have one voice when we go to Washington.
What's been some of the things discussed in the soybean circles?
We're real excited about the GMO labeling bill that's been put up. We're excited to see how that's going to transpire. We're also wanting to really push on transportation as far as making sure we get the funding for the lock-in dams. And, of course, the biodiesel is still a big issue because that generates a lot of revenue for our soybean producers.
There's a lot of things that are stagnating right at the moment, and it's sometimes in an election year hard to get that type of a push.
We pretty well know right up the front that we're not going to get a whole lot done this year because it is an election year. But then again, we also know that we have to push through what we can, and then we'll see what happens in November.
As a member of the directors for American Soybean Association, it's always good to have that Kansas voice as a member of ASA's board of directors.
We all have different issues across the state as soybean producers, but we all work together, and we need to have our voice up there. We need to have our membership because that's what drives us. Myself, when I go, I don't know what your concerns are unless our members let us know, and that's definitely good to have our voice up there, especially when we can go up with some of our ag committee people and work with them. They know where Kansas stands.
Because of the fact such a strong contingent in the nation's capital as far as supporting agriculture and agriculture's needs.
We got some great people up there working for Kansas Ag. We just need to make sure that we can take our voice up and let them know what our needs are here in the state.
If a soybean producer in the state has a concern, they can get a hold of you, they can get a hold of the office there in Topeka?
Yes, definitely. If there's some concerns, feel free to get hold of myself, get hold of the staff. We can get the answers to them, get their concerns taken up when we go.
Sounds good. Charles, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you.
That is Charles Atkinson, who is a producer from Great Bend, Kansas. He also serves on the board of directors of the American Soybean Association. He's been our guest on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. After the break, we'll join Kyle and Dr. Bruce Anderson.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.